Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and I just want to let everyone know we are out on the water. This is the second day, June 11th, and we hope to be a little bit more consistent with our videos going forward. And I know some of you may have been anxious or wondering what is taking so long. So anyway, we'll try to get back up to date. I'd like to show a little bit here. We put in a brand new plywood tray for the brand new water tank. The other one was not in great condition, and this is what it looks like behind the water tank. The steering, rudder assembly, and then down in there is the stern thruster. Try to make sure to notch in such a way that if I ever need to get that thing out, I should be able to remove it. And then this is part of the exhaust. And this right here is a look at our water tank that we are going to be putting in. No.
Maybe you should say what we're hooking up right now, because I can't think what it's called.
This is the control cable for the transmission to shift it in neutral, forward, and reverse. Whew. Okay. Should get a little.
So we are getting close here. We just got the engine finally running last night, and that was a whole thing where it took forever, and we've taken some time off just to get some work done. But we are doing some bottom painting today. I shouldn't say we. I help with sanding. Bruce has been the one painting. So anyway, he's on his second coat, I believe. And it's hard work. We got quite dirty, filthy. I think he jacked up this end here and down there and maybe down at the end a little bit. There's that sticky looking paint, but it's really going on pretty. See your face. I want to get up close and personal. We got so black and dirty with the sanding, and then this is not so clean either. We're going to take off the tape and we're going to see how beautiful she looks.
tape has been on there for a bit of a while, so hopefully not too much residue. Maybe a little bit, but not bad. Whoa, that stuff is sticky. It's been heated in the sun, so.
You should look at me for a little bit.
Why? So I can show my dirty face?
So I went, yeah, it's so dirty.
Yeah. Or you are filming the tape, right?
Uh-huh.
I'll have to redo that. That tape has it's been on too long. It's soft.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the problem is I gotta pull down. Got a pretty thick edge.
Okay, good morning. I just thought I'd tell you guys all what's going on right now. This is move day, supposed to be move day onto the boat. We're supposed to be able to have closing on our house tomorrow and move out of here, be out of here. So we've been completely focused in on work and not able to really film much or even make videos. So that's what we've been doing. We've helped our daughter and her family move to Missouri, which was a 5-day trip. We did some visiting with family in Nebraska and Wyoming, and we just really put the pedal down and got it done. So we're home now. We had one last weekend with our church family, which was really special, and then hopefully by this weekend, we'll be out of here. We're planning to take our boat up to Bonners Ferry and sit in my parents' yard and kind of finish up some of the details for getting it back out on the water. It's going to be a little bit more work. We have our electrical hook it up to our, we need to hook that up to our solar. And the engine is running again, which is really awesome. We got that done right before we left on our big wild trip. And so things are just coming together, but never the time frame that you think it's going to. All right, I promised you an after picture, and this is it. I've got those cupboards packed, every little bit. And under the bed, we've got the bed made. I think we're almost ready to move in. All right, today's the day. We are pulling out of here and heading to Bonners Ferry for a few days, just to kind of get everything finished, packed, all the systems running. We have a few details to work out up there. So we are very close to heading out on the water. We just said goodbye to our little home, and it is sad. It's the end of an era. But we're going to move forward in faith, and it's all good.
Here is a little initial progress that I made on getting the new electrical upgrades. This is just a piece of plywood that I screwed through the bulkhead, the rear cabin bulkhead. We have a 3,000 watt inverter there on the left, as you can see, and a DC to DC charge controller to protect the alternator, and then a charge controller for the solar. None of this stuff is hooked up. this is just the first, and I have a lot of different sized cables depending on the application, and copper lugs, and I'm set up to be able to crimp on lugs and use heat shrink. So excited to progress through this. Right through there is the backside of the generator, and then the engine would be over to the left. Here are my main switches for the house bank and the engine, and then I also have a parallel that can combine them in an emergency to get a little boost of power, for example, to start the motor. But as a general rule, I believe it's good to keep your lithium separate from your starter battery. Anyway, I will continue to show this progress. I'll just show how I screwed that plywood on. Out here, there was a bracket, throwable life preserver, and there was some holes in the wall here already. So I utilized those because I don't like screwing or drilling a lot of holes in my boat. So I try to always use existing stuff that's already there as much as possible, and used a little 5200 to seal those heads up, even though not likely that this area will get wet a lot. And so pretty pleased with the progress.